Aloha everyone, welcome to Connecting with History. My name is Mike Smola and I'm the Curator of Public Programs at the Hawaiian Mission House's Historic Site and Archives in Honolulu. Now we're here inside the Judd Bedroom of the 1821 Mission House, the oldest still standing house in all of Hawaii. Dr. Garrett Judd and his wife Laura Fish Judd came here with the third group of missionaries in 1828. Dr. Judd was one of 9 doctors sent out here during the 43 years of the mission. But as you can imagine, there had to be a bit of what you might call cultural navigation between the missionaries and Hawaiians. And one really good story about that is the scene we have right here around the bed. In 1831, Laura Judd gave birth to her first daughter, Elizabeth. Hours after giving birth, Kina'u, a high chiefess, came here with her entire retinue and says, "I want to hanai, or adopt your baby." Now, the practice of hanai was and is still practiced in the Hawaiian culture. It was done in order to solidify family ties across the different branches of the ruling families of the ruling class, and also, in the words of the native Hawaiian historian David Malo, to learn the art of good governance, acquiring personal skill and bravery, as well as learning the art of war. In other words, to be educated on how to be a good ali'i. As you can imagine, Mrs. Judd was horrified by the idea because this is not how you do things in the Euro-American world of the early 19th century. But she also does not want to tell Kina'u no, because Laura was very well aware that the missionaries were only here by the permission of the ali'i. One of the most powerful ones is standing right in front of her asking her for a quite literally newborn child. She doesn't know what to do, so she calls for her husband. Dr. Judd comes in here with her entire, Dr. Judd comes in here and he says, "No, you can't have our child." Kina'u responds, "But I'm rich and you're poor. I can give this child much more than you can." He says, "No, we do not give away our children in New England, and we're not going to do so here." Now, according to Elizabeth later on in life, what she had been told by her parents is that Kina'u was staying at the foot of the bed holding her. When Dr. Judd said no for the final time, she angrily put Elizabeth down on the bed and left the house, incredibly angry and offended. Now, the Judds did not see Kina'u again for a month after this incident. But the next time they see her is at Elizabeth's christening ceremony at Kawaiahao Church. Kina'u shows up, she actually elbows Dr. Judd aside, turns to Reverend Bingham, who's doing the christening, says, "Well, if they're not going to give me the child, do you think they would name her after me?" And that's exactly what they did. Her name became Elizabeth Kina'u Judd. That name Kina'u is still passed down through the Judd family today. With looking back with the lens of 200 years, are what the ali'i and the missionaries doing actually very different from each other. The missionaries were taking their children, putting them in the care of family for the purposes of their education. Now the ali'i are taking their children, also putting them in the care of family, and at least partially for purposes of their education. Again, with the lens of 200 years, how different is it really? So mahalo for joining us today, and we'll see you again next time. Aloha.